Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio, bringing you the news. I'm Hashni Patirana. Before we take a look at your news in detail, let's take a look at your headlines first.
News First headline.
In your local headlines, IMF urges Sri Lanka to stay on course. Navy recovers cache of commercial explosives in Muttur. In your international, China's Coast Guard expels Philippine vessels from Scarborough Shoal, state media says. And in your sports, no point crying about IPL's impact player rule, Kolkata's Chakravarti says. Now taking a look at your top local story, the International Monetary Fund says that it is vital for Sri Lanka to continue with its program for economic recovery. Speaking to reporters in Singapore, Krishna Srinivasan, the director of the Asia and Pacific Department of the International Monetary Fund, noted that the IMF program for Sri Lanka is working and is delivering results. However, he warned that the road ahead is going to get tough. He was responding to a question raised by Newsfirst's Zulfiq Farzan following the opening remarks at the press conference on the release of the IMF's Regional Economic Outlook for Asia and Pacific. Now taking a look at our next local story, the authorities have announced an increase in security measures across areas earmarked for May Day rallies, notably in Colombo, prioritizing public safety. Now, according to the police media spokesperson DIG Nihal Taldua, a contingent of 6,000 police officers will be strategically deployed to oversee security during the May Day parades and rallies in Colombo. An additional 4,000 officers will be allocated for security arrangements in other regions. DIG Nihal Taldua emphasized that a portion of these personnel will be mobilized promptly to bolster security measures. The police also acknowledged the potential requirement for military support if deemed necessary. Moreover, it has been stipulated that the use of drones to document May Day festivities without prior authorization is strictly prohibited. DIG Nihal Taldua underscored the necessity of obtaining official consent before employing drones for such purposes. In Colombo alone, 14 May Day parades and rallies are scheduled to take place. Concurrently, prominent political parties have initiated preparations to commemorate International Workers' Day. Now taking a look at another local story, a search operation conducted by the Navy on Norway island of Muttur on the 28th of April led to the recovery of a cache of explosive hidden in a ramshackle building in the area. Now, among the recovered items were 2 water gel sticks, a type of commercial explosives, 1 non-electric detonator, a 25 centimeter long safety fuse, and 150 grams of TNT explosive. To prevent damage to the marine ecosystem caused by the illegal fishing methods such as the use of explosives, the Navy is actively monitoring and conducting search operations. In continuation of these efforts, SLNS Parakumba in the Eastern Naval Command conducted this operation on Norway Island. And the search led to the recovery of these explosive items, which included 2 water gel sticks, 1 non-electric detonator, a 25 centimeter long safety fuse, and 150 grams of TNT explosive, concealed within a pipe of the building in ruins. It is believed that these commercial explosives have been hidden on the island of Norway to be used for the illegal fishing practices, which are carried out using explosives. The cache of explosives has been kept in the safe custody of the Navy until they are handed over to authorities for onward legal action.
International news.
Now moving on to our international story for this hour. China's Coast Guard said today that it expelled a Philippine Coast Guard ship and another vessel from waters adjacent to the Scarborough Shoal, Chinese state media reported. Now, the Coast Guard did not provide additional information in a statement, but the incident was the latest to occur between the two countries at the disputed atoll in the South China Sea. Now, Beijing and Manila have repeatedly clashed in recent months at the submerged reef, which Philippines say that it is its exclusive economic zone, but which China also claims as its own. Both have also traded accusations over aggressive maneuvers there, and the Philippines recently summoned a Chinese diplomat over the actions.
Sports news.
Kolkata Knight Riders spinner Varun Chakravarti said bowlers must learn to live with the Indian Premier League's impact, play a role instead of complaining about something they cannot change. The rule, which was introduced to the tournament last season, allows teams to bring in one substitute at any time for a player in the starting 11. The rule has been credited with helping produce some massive totals this season, with teams taking the shackles off their batsmen early in their innings, knowing that they can bring in another batter if required. And that's all we have for you on this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Hashni Patirana. Thank you for watching.